Okay, you guys, we're back at it for this spiritual door to your opening um, spread from the Sacred Path cards. We started on that yesterday amongst all the other stuff I was trying to complete. But yeah, I just want to get back and at least do number 2. We did number 1, which was the East card. It expressed the spiritual door you're opening to your life. And we had the South Shield card, which is release the mask, taking the mask off, being your truly authentic self, and being childlike. Going back into that inner child, doing that inner child healing. That's what that is. Just going back to even looking at it and seeing what that feels like and if what you need to heal, and then taking those measures to heal. Well, because that you'd earn all those stripes from the past, from what you've already gone through. So we're releasing the things that hold us back from being our true authentic self. You just go on and jump right into yourself. Just be yourself. Okay, wake up in the morning and get into your own shoes. Okay. All right. So anyway, now we're on to number 2, which is South. So we did East. Now we're at South, and East is like the 15 or like 3 on the clock. So 12, 1, 2, 3. So the first card, the East, is right at that 3 o'clock. The number 2 card is going to be at the 6 half the day. And 6s are about movement forward after change, right? 3 is about creating. So creating now the change, okay, which is where your faith should be placed, okay, or where a loss of faith has caused you to feel weak. So I was shuffling as I was talking to you, and this card came out. It jumped on the floor like this is happening right now. So, and it's a number 5. Isn't that something? Change. So, this is, say, number 5, standing people. Roots giving. So, it's time to move, change. If you're just standing there and the roots are giving away, or roots are giving, it's time to move and plant somewhere else. Okay, you've stood in one spot long enough, so it's time to spread the growth. Spread the seeds, make more. Looks like there's some barren land around, but there is some roots growing here. So it doesn't probably go very deep, but it goes wider. Because that tree is very tall. I know there's some sequoia tree or some tree that is like the tallest tree in the world, and the roots are not even that deep, but they're very wide, and they get along with all the other species. They all have their own place. They don't really cross over and encroach on each other. They live together. They make room, make way for each other, and live beautifully. But yeah, so this is roots giving. So we're going to read about that. So, but this is where our faith should be, or where we lost faith to cause us to feel weak. Maybe standing in one place too long would make you feel weak at some time because you need to go sit down or lay down or something. And then this is on a hill. So then that's going to, work your probably hamstrings and calves. But, at some point you need a rest. Roots. Giving. And roots, and we have roots. We come from our ancestry, and we wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for them. And they, back then, those roots carry our seeds. Didn't know a diddly squat about being here. But 100 years ago, wherever that root of you is, it gave way to you. And you come from these people, and you're still standing because of them. So you are their hope and their future. You are your hope and your future. But yet so what roots are you giving? That is just my channel from that, okay? Now, I'm going to put that back in there and then shuffle again because that popped out. Maybe that was just a side message. Maybe that was for me. I don't know. But I'm sure somebody else out there will get something out of that. Okay, so number 2 here, the South. Right, so these things are falling out, see? South, where your faith should be placed, or where a loss of faith has caused you to feel weak. Which application touches the child within you? The child knows the truth due to its faith. Fire medicine. Wow. Okay. It came out early for me. It was like 5 cards. It was one of them. And the great mystery kept coming out. And so this is a 3. It's 30. Somebody could be 30. And this is also maybe their birthday's on the 30th or 3rd month. This is this month, March, which is Pisces. Pisces, and then what? Aries. Aries is fire. Passion, spontaneity. So passion and spontaneity is where your faith should be focused. Maybe you've lost some passion. But this is like it's reminding me of the Ace of Wands, where God hands you a stick, and gives you a new start. It's a new spark from within. And there's that fire. Oh, wow. Did I just read something about that? Fire within? Maybe I wrote that somewhere. That's interesting now. On another site, it was something about growing a wick. Like, I don't know if I spoke about that, but I used to always try to do that, visualize my wick growing. So if I knew I was going to go to work or go somewhere and be around people who I knew would like irritate me or say some things that might trigger me, just people that weren't nice or whatever. There was a period of time where I just needed to grow my wick. I had to see it grow. Just to like balance myself out, my emotions and so forth, and just breathe, So I was writing something because somebody was saying it was this group, Lightworker group, on Facebook. And so this lady was saying, is anybody else feeling like weird this past couple days and just, a lot going on and, just like she was feeling how maybe you're feeling. I've felt it too. It's been kind of weird. People screaming out of nowhere. banging, you know, strange people coming to your door, this and that, or it's just a feeling too. It's just to feel an uneasy feeling, whatever. So she had made a statement, and so I was replying to it. And so I was saying, like, I've learned to grow my wit. And the card came out. It was like the 4 agreements, and the wit was there, and the lotus was on top of it. So it was like, instead of a flame, it was the lotus flower. So that means wisdom and growth through the mud. You know, got through the mud. You had to work a lot, go through a lot, and survive, and still here, and to have that growth and balance and be, wow, you know. And so I was saying, now the flame is within. Now the flame is within. I'm now, instead of being so, you know, rah rah, or even feeling so triggered, um, you know, I just now would rather have that wisdom, speak um, with love, sternness, grace, mercy, still be like, no, that's not going down like that, sorry. No, I'm not, I can't subscribe to that. No longer subscribing to that. I had to find different language too, different vocabulary to help me. I'm like, well, how do you do that? Because I didn't know. I was just saying, okay, yes, and then you can't say yes all the time. You're gonna be over combobulated. Anyway, so now that flame, you ain't burning all up on the outside. You harness that, and you have that passion ignited within. You know, as within, so without. So you take that without, and you put that within, as above, so below, within, so without. So it's a part of all a part of that. And then look at these, something's growing in the back there. Those roots. There's a pathway there. But roots have given passion, given way to passion. You know what else I'm getting is you know, sometimes the fires are necessary. I don't really want to talk about the fires because they just are happening and people are losing stuff. But in the forest, let's say, the fires would come in and trees would burn down, and it would get new roots. It would grow more trees. So I'm getting something like that. Well, and then here, the great mystery. That is 37, which is a 10, which is a new beginning. That goes with that. 1, which is, you know, which I was talking about, the passion, the Ace of Wands. This is that new beginning, original source, the great mystery. Yeah, it's a great mystery to figure out how the heck we got here. From what? Star? From source, from energy, from a bright light, from darkness. We came to be. We came from the darkness to light. Like the womb. It's dark, and then you come out to life. That's kind of like that bursting out there. Coming through the womb, the portal. It's a mystery, all right. Or mystery, and here's another 3. Seeking and finding. After you come through that portal, it's like, okay, boom, I'm here. Well, ta-da! Whoa! What do I do now? What? Well, what do I do now? Well, you got all you need inside of you. With creation, you created with Source. You created Father, Son, Holy Ghost. You got the Spirit. We already saw the way because of the examples before us. And we got God always. We are a resemblance of God. We're made in His image. And then He sent forth His Son to walk the earth so we would know how to walk it. And that's an image. Then we have the angels. They look like something. It's a certain image, similar to us. Then come to find out there's other beings. It's a great mystery that we don't really know about. We know about here on Earth. Anyway, and here's that Pow Wow, the storyteller, and I was reading about that. And Heyokah, that's the laughing princess. That's who I identify with. So interesting. Oh, yeah, that is the storyteller. She came out yesterday. Okay, but we have fire medicine. So I don't know. Maybe those were some messages in there. I got all sidetracked. I don't want to go down this lane because I want to remember memory lane where I'm supposed to be at number 2 now. South, where your faith needs to be. Whatever. I'm not even going to get into that. These people. We're a human race, not a rat race. Okay. We're all in this together. We may look differently. We all bleed though. I don't know, maybe there be some aliens or some other stuff. I don't know them and I don't talk to them. Love you wherever you are. Peace. Whatever. But listen, you get what I'm talking about? All this separation and division and blah, blah. And it's just like that keeps us further apart. We need to have some understanding. Like, okay, yeah, different. You look different. You have a different culture. Yeah, that's not cool that you look like that and I look like this, but we can still communicate. What is your language? Where do you come from? What's your background like? What's your favorite food? Oh, really? Can I try? Oh, I'll make you a dish. You make me a dish. You know what I'm saying? But we get together, we learn cultures, and we talk and say, oh, how did you learn about God? And how did you learn about spirituality? What do you feel about life and death? You know? It's instead of being afraid of people, don't talk to them. They're gonna hurt. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that. Well, there's all types of people. There's all types of people with different. Let's say emotional makeup. We're reading about the adult that tantrums. People start out as kids. It depends on how you were raised and some sort of physical ways that people were born and brought into this world may have something to do with how they treat others or how they perceive the world or how they function mentally. Those are exceptions, and we should make exceptions for them. We should not make exceptions for them that we would same exceptions for those types of individuals for everyone. Now, everyone that is of a certain mind could be treated of the same way as far as a mentality and being able to communicate with them and knowing that they can function on a certain level in society. Some other people may not be able to function in society that way. And they deserve a little extra hand, extra help, extra compassion, just like God gives us when we're going through this or that, or we're at a certain type of way. We want grace, mercy, compassion. We want God to understand us. And so that's what we give. We give what we want. We give out what we wish we could have back. We don't treat people how we don't want to be treated. We don't treat people horribly. You treat people how you want to be treated. Okay, is that another side note? Lord have mercy. Okay, so back, I'm going to read this card, is what I'm going to do. The fire medicine. Let's put this, how far up there? Put this right here. Can't see it, but anyway, we're going to put that there. And I'm going to read it. Yeah, so that's 30. Card 30. 13. So let's see, it's going to be in the back. Okay. Okay, fire medicine. Oh boy. I just realized I didn't have the sound thing in again. Okay. Fire medicine. Sacred fire within us. Place of eternal flame. Let's just put that there right now. Where can I sit this? Oops. Oh, goodness. No. Oh. Yeah, please. I want to start over again, but I'm not going to do that. All right, so I'm just going to hold this up for the poem, then I'm going to put this thing down. Okay. Sacred fire within us, place of eternal flame. Burn away the barriers of great mystery's name. Teach us warmth and goodness, the love of grandfather's son, melting every difference until we are truly one. Interesting. Talking about that we were one stuff. We are one, no matter what we do. We are one. Maze. Frankie Beverly Maze. Okay. So I'm going to read the book now. Let's see. So, self, where is your faith? Where your faith should be placed, or where a loss of faith has caused you to feel weak. See where this touches you, where this touches the child within you as I read. Then you'll see what you need to change, what's causing you to feel weak, and how you should adjust, okay? Somebody's popping a firecracker, okay? Fine. Okay, so passion, spontaneity. Fire is one of the 4 clan chiefs of the Earth's mother's world. Air, earth, water, and fire are the elements that regulate the weather, the composition of matter, energy, space, and time. The six forms of fire as we know them are the fire in grandfather's sun, the fire in grandmother's earth core, the fire that comes from lightning, the fire in lava that forms the stone people, the fire that burns wood, and the fire within each of us that is the eternal flame of great mystery and is our life force and spontaneity. Interesting because that great mystery card was right under that. Okay, the warmth of fire is a basic part of the human two-legged makeup. We have been taught that grandfather's sun was the warmth of the first world that has became manifest after creation, and that he represented the love of great mystery for all of Earth's children. During the first world, the only fire that children of Earth recognized came from grandfather's sun, and the fiery volcano that erupted as Mother Earth continued to cool. Two-leggeds did not know how to capture or use fire until the Second World, which brought the great ice mountains and their bitter cold that changed the climate of the Earth Mother. And then it then became necessary for the two-leggeds of all five races to band together in families and clans seeking warmth and shelter. In the first world, that's funny. Let's say that we're all together. I don't know. That message wasn't bad. I am not deleting this. Just go through that and find the stuff. Find the nuggets and put it where they go. Woo! Okay, so that's very cute. And it then became necessary for the two-leggeds of all five races to band together in families and clans seeking warmth and shelter. In the first world, before that will eventually lead us back to the ideas of natural sacred union that has its roots in the unconditional love of Mother Earth and grandfather's son love. Grandfather, son's love for us. I'm not used to talking like this. You see, this is somebody else's culture and way of speaking. You see? And they're not like us, but they're like us. They're not like us, but they're like us. I'm not trying to separate and be like, I'm better than you or no. No, I find your culture interesting. I have to get your, what do I call that? Cadence. You know what I mean? The rhythm. So anyway, that will eventually lead us back to the ideas of natural sacred union that has its roots in the unconditional love of Mother Earth and grandfather's son's love for us. The love of Mother Earth and grandfather's son's love for us. As I'm thinking that I'm saying sons like their child, but it's grandfather's son. Because the grandfather's son and this is Mother Earth. I'm used to thinking of Mother Earth, but the grandmother is the moon. This grandfather is the sun. Well, who's the father? I don't know. God? God is the father, but I don't. Anyway, there we go. Through the ages, many medicine people have used fire to assist them in remaining connected to the earth when they journey through the dream time. A twig fire could be built and continually fed by an assistant during the journey. The body's natural impulse is to use a campfire to draw warmth into the body while the spirit is walking the dream time. In this way, the medicine person can remain out of body for longer periods of time without concern that the body would be physically harmed. Just as we must be open to receiving the information from medicine helpers and allies, we must be open in order to use fire medicine for journey work. When all parts of the body are nourished through Mother Earth and the grandfather's son's fires, the body will feel comfortable enough for the spirit to leave. The sensory perceptions become finely tuned when there is no internal need and no external sense of danger. Ah. The internal fire nurtures and protects just as Mother Earth nurtures and Father Sky. Oh, there's Father Sky. Okay, I may have even read that, but I didn't even pay attention. I was just reading. Okay, so Father Sky, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Grandfather Son. Okay. Okay, the internal fire nurtures and protects just as Mother Earth nurtures and Father Sky and Grandfather Sun give protection. So the Earth Mother nurtures and the Father Sky and Grandfather Sun give protection. Okay. In this balanced state, we can once again achieve our native state of being, which is perfect internal balance. I'm pretty sure I was saying that. The fire of our spirit is then empowered and can break the illusion of time. And space and can leave or return at will. The fire of our spirit is then empowered and can break the illusion of time. Oh, yeah. And space. And can leave or return at will. That is true. Yeah. Okay. This is why our elders can decide for themselves when it is a good day to die. Wow. Having journeyed many times, they are able to release the body and drop their robes when they feel the pull of the spirit world. Wow. Fire medicine is the reminder that all things come from and contain great mystery, which is original source. The fire of creation lives within us and in all of our relations. When we balance the sacred fire inside of ourselves in every form it takes, we can then perceive and become anything in creation through melding with the sacred fire in all things. Yeah, you can talk to anybody, go anywhere. I was talking about that wick and it having knowledge now and the fire going in and you're using it. That is what I was saying, but this is in a different way of saying it. It is form it takes. We can then perceive and become anything in creation through melding with the sacred fire in all things. This talent is spontaneous creation. Passion for living is the fuel for this inner fire and is found through appreciation of every blessing physical life offers. Wow. I will have to read that a couple more times, but I'm sure that it's saying what I'm trying to say. If fire medicine has appeared in your cards today, you're being asked to acknowledge the fire within. Your spontaneity for living depends upon your connection to fire. Your spontaneity for living depends on your connection to fire. You are being asked to acknowledge the fire within. Yeah, passion. Acknowledge that passion within. The fire in. You can support your passion for living through acknowledging all of the good medicine present in your life. Yeah, because you can just burn through the fire and turn it into gold or something to eat or whatever it is. And I was pulling these other cards that were saying hold space and, like use your talents in changing times. And the fox had come out with the different leaves on it, like it had stripes. Anyway, that was like the psychic tarot or something like that. It's not a tarot. Psychic is oracle. Okay, so anyway, you can support passion for living through acknowledging all of the good medicine present in your life. Your ability to create adventure and excitement comes from your willingness to give yourself pleasure and joy. All that is needed to continue the passion is to decide you are worthy and proceed. If you have any judgments about passion on the physical level, it may be time to clear them. All acts of life are sacred when treated in a respectful manner. Any old fears of intimacy or commitment can act as limitations to relationships. If this applies to you, clear that fear. As the fear leaves, so will the coldness of past hurts, and you will be ready for more rewarding future relationships. That's interesting because, okay, it's about relationships. So there must be some. I was talking about cultures, different type of individuals. So maybe you're going to meet somebody that is different from you in some way or another. And you're going, whether it's platonic or romantic. Platonic relationships, you get intimate. You can get intimate, meaning like you just share some of your intimate moments after you can trust that individual with your information. But then there's other types of intimacy, and maybe you're dealing with that. I know I have had issues with that. So it's interesting. Okay, so release all that. Release all that and give yourself a new beginning in every area. Treat yourself like you're a newborn baby in those areas, and then grow yourself up with that internal fire by going back and like releasing things you don't want, keeping the things you do, and gotten in from inside and in writing, let's say who you are. You know, like that was you when you were a baby. This is who you were, toddler. This that you can remember. Let go of the things that don't serve you at this time in your life as an adult, but keep some of that because you need that childlike to actually live this spiritual life. You need to be childlike and to be your authentic self and to be able to be jovial and have fun. I'm gonna have to hurry up at 38:58. What? So anyway, in all cases, the fire medicine insists that we use the fire within to fuel our lives with energy. The energy comes from Mother Earth's passionate physicality and grandfather son's spontaneous love. When we are in balance, the divine union sparks our natural desire for experiencing life. If the spontaneity is already happening to you, continue. Okay, I'm going to go. Eat that, chew that, spit it out, take it, flip it, turn it around. Let me know how it's supposed to go in the comments. Yo. Thank you. Like it, why not?